Look, the dumbest thing I'm seeing right now is everybody seems to think you need these monstrous claims and these wild guarantees to do well in your agency. The reality is, I do the opposite of that, and as you're gonna see in this video, this guy just walked himself straight into the close, zero objections. So if you genuinely wanna improve your close rate, make sure you watch this video all the way through to the end. There's a lot you're gonna learn, and honestly, this is a lot of stuff that people don't wanna share. But what you need to understand, you're gonna learn a lot, but what you need to understand is that the reason this works for me is because I'm original. I'm not selling the same thing as everybody else and just copy pasting what everybody else is doing. That's just a rookie mistake. This works because I'm original, I'm different, and you need to focus on over delivering instead of over promising. Again, that's why this works. So let me know if you want to see more in the comments. If I could just get some context on your business and what you're trying to do, I can just pretty much give you the relevant stuff from there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So, like I said, I've been doing this for like a decade and it's been okay. Like I've done well every year. I mean, there was when my son was born and during COVID and stuff like that, I kind of like was a little more chill on that one year. Because I had some old commissions coming in from some pre-construction stuff and this and that. But overall, usually I have like decent year, maybe in the 100 to 150K range. So it's kind of like, it's okay. I'm making some money. I'm doing my thing. But I think because my son's like 2.5, 3, and then we have another one coming, it's kind of time to go to the next level, basically. And so what I was really interested in is what I realized is this. My strengths are standing in front of someone and talking with them. Usually that works out pretty well for me. And also I'm like pretty decent at like making videos, like, maybe not I don't know, like I also run a YouTube channel that has to do more with like trading and stuff like that. So I'm trying to grow that as well. So I have some experience kind of sitting in front of the camera and just putting together a video, a little bit of a presentation, stuff like that. So with those strengths, I kind of feel like there could be an opportunity where if I kind of get some videos going or whatever, I really wanted to go after a certain type of person. So my parents, they retired and then they were kind of thinking about downsizing and then they moved into a condo and stuff like that. So I thought, here's a clientele that I could really get along with because there's a ton of boomers. There's a million of them. They all have $1 million homes basically at this point that are completely paid for. And they probably don't want to look after that home anymore because it's a lot of maintenance, raking leaves, mowing the lawn, shoveling the driveway, doing all this stuff. And so, it would be cool to work with these people because they have tons of money. They're also usually nice. I get along with them really well. And, I can help them sell their house and buy a condo. Where I need a lot of help and what I don't like doing personally is I don't like the marketing side of stuff in terms of trying to figure out Facebook and trying to, I just hate the Facebook. Like I go in there to try to make an ad and it's like, it might as well just be hieroglyphics. Like it's just every day
Yeah.
it seems to change. It's constantly like you click on one page and it's like an encyclopedia of things. It's like, what is that? Like you would think they would try to make it streamlined, but I just hate it. And the thing that I think I liked with your videos, you kind of you well, I mean, that's kind of funny to say, but you remind me of myself in the way of you're taking more of an honest approach. You never know when you're watching the videos, but still, it's like it's more of an honest approach, and that's usually how I am. And the other thing is you pointed out that a lot of companies will just kind of take your money like 1,500 a month and then they make one ad and then it just sits there. And that's exactly what happened to me. So unfortunately for the last like 3 months, I was paying a company $1,000 a month, luckily, I guess. And they literally like, it was pretty bad because it's just, they take 3 weeks to even put up an ad for you. And then, it goes up and then it's just barely getting anything. And then, like you said in the video, the clients coming to me are, I'm trying to find what I just explained, the downsizers, and I'm getting clients that are living out in Hamilton and looking for a 2-bedroom spot to like rent, like for $700. And it's just like, so you're calling these people and you're emailing them, and a lot of them are just like, who the hell are you? It's basically exactly what you were saying in your video. So I was like, okay, if I could align myself with someone who kind of knows what they're actually doing, and you say in your videos too, I don't want to call 300 people that don't even care about me, and it's just a waste of time. I'd rather call people who legitimately have, a home that they're looking to maybe get rid of and they want to downsize. It's like, yeah, I can pull those people. Like I can call those people up all day and email them all day. So I guess I'm just trying to look to align myself with someone where I can make a couple videos. You can pump them out there properly. I can actually start to get the leads come in that are actually proper. My goal is to get to 10 client, like 10 actual sales in a year, which would bring me up to more like the 200, 250, 300 range, depending on how expensive these places are. And the cool thing when you're working with the boomers is you're kind of like, it's like a double dip, because you would have to get them something like a condo or something smaller or whatever. And then once I get them in there, then I would have to sell their house. So it's like a listing and a purchase all in one client. So that's basically what I'm looking for. Just somebody to actually get me in front of the people that I want to actually work with.
Right, right. I mean, bottom line, yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying with all this Facebook, like, who are you? Why are you calling me? Oh no, I like, or they want something that's like you can't get for less than 950, but they can maybe afford 425,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly. It's pointless. It's just a waste of time. And it's, yeah, cool. You got me 280 leads, but half of them are saying, who the heck are you? And the other half is like, I want a place out in Kingston for 200. Like, it's just like this. These aren't leads. Like,
Yeah, you're not going to drive 2 hours to Kingston for 200K, to potentially just get dropped.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So I should say it would be cool to do that, to go after those people that are kind of the boomer thing. And then it would also just be cool to have a sphere of influence in the area I'm in, which is kind of like Cabbagetown, Riverdale, a little bit of Regent. Regent has some nice condos and stuff now, and it's a nicer area. Like, we like living here, but kind of that Cabbagetown, Riverdale, like nicer homes, Leslieville, that type of stuff. If I had some sort of, sphere of influence there and kind of picked up some listings, then that's great too.
Right. And a curious question that I actually get from all of this is right now, at this exact moment, what is it that you're doing to generate new business? I guess aside from referrals and repeat, if anything.
It's basically family, friends, and old referrals, and that, like, the bulk of my business would be referrals, because usually when I work with somebody, they tell their buddy or whatever. And so then, like, I had a listing, I just sold it. So I would say I was trying, the last 3 months I was with this other company trying to do, drum up business that way, but it didn't work. So, you know, I guess, yeah, I'm looking to find a new way to find people, and that would be talking to you, I guess.
Gotcha. And now, I guess looking at 2023 so far, we're nearing the end of the year here. How many deals have you closed?
um, I did. I think I would be about. I actually don't know. I'd have to look to see how many I closed, but I just sold one last night. Hopefully, they bring the deposit in. I think that's going to bring me to about 85 and 90K on the year so far. So I'm not sure how many that equates out to, because I did a purchase and a sale in the beginning, and then I did a condo this year. So I'd say I'm probably at about maybe 5 deals, like actual deals, and then maybe like 5 leases.
Okay, gotcha. Um, and then so I know you're mentioning that you're looking to get up to like 200-300 grand per year, 10 deals kind of thing.
I don't really have aspirations to, who knows in the future. If I really get going and, I'm like, wow, this is super busy, maybe I could take someone on a team type of thing. But I would say, I'm just being super truthful. I'm someone who knows what he's doing in real estate. I do a good job with it. And truthfully, I need to put more effort in and ramp up in the right direction. But, I also want to enjoy time with my family and my friends and stuff like that. So I'm not sitting here being like, I want to be the next empire of like creating a brokerage. I just want to get to like, 8 to 10 deals, maybe 12 deals. I'm making good money because I do other things as well, investments, stuff like that. I have other ways of bringing in money. So it's more just about, in my mind, aligning myself with someone who actually knows what they're doing when it comes to the ads. I make the videos, they work, and then I just like deal with the clients and everything like that as they come in. So, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I want to start up a brokerage and be a millionaire. No, it's not really like that. I just want to make enough money that it's like, okay, I'm bringing in clients, I'm doing well, we're hitting the 200, 250, 300K range. I'm working with 10 to 12 clients here. Like life's good. And then, keep going at that. And if it starts to get crazy where it's like, oh, wow, I'm blowing up, this is cool. And it's like, oh, let's bring on a team member. Let's bring it, and it slowly goes. Who knows, 10, 15 years from now, I'm like, oh, you know what? I should start up a brokerage. But right now it's just kind of, let's make some money for the family and enjoy time and enjoy my family, enjoy my son, enjoy my kid in the future, that type of thing.
Yeah, 100%. No, that makes sense. And that's more or less what I had figured. It's just sometimes people have these plans and you don't know unless you ask the question, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I guess why not just keep doing what you're doing now?
Um, because friends and family and referrals, I guess, can get you to about the 85, 90, the 100, and you can kind of, get lucky with, oh, this guy needs this guy needs that. But I just kind of I feel like I could be a little bit more if I got some advertising in front of the right people, then I could really pick up that extra 4 or 5 listings for the year, and then that could kind of take me to the next level because life's expensive. I live in a nice townhome. It costs a lot. My son's daycare for a long time there was 2,100 a month.
Yeah.
And then I got another one on the way, so it's kind of like, you know yeah, okay, cool, referrals and family and stuff works out, but when that well dries up, it's like, where do you go? And when you're talking about, okay, in my life, what's a quick way for me to bring in about $30,000? It's like I can do a real estate deal. Basically, it's like it's time to ramp up. That's kind of what I'm looking at it like. So that's basically it. Like I just need somebody. I guess I don't have enough confidence in myself. If I put together a video, it's like, yeah, I've done ads before. I mean, it's not rocket science, but I just feel like when I do them, it just doesn't get results. So I just want to be with someone who understands like how to actually get the clients.
Right.
That's just truthful. Like I don't want to sit there and try to figure out how does Facebook work, how does YouTube work, how does Google work. I just want to be like, hey, give me clients and I'll go talk to them. I just had this listing and I found a bunch of people and I did a bunch of I did a couple open houses and hopefully I can get a couple more clients from that because like I did have a really good turnout and I did great. I just got my client like 975, like crushed it. 25K over what we were asking, like in a market that's actually really slow. So like I'm a good realtor. I'm just terrible at figuring out the ads.
Right. Right. Well, hey, I appreciate you sharing all this with me. Um, very, very helpful. And right. Now, if you'd like, I can, give you first kind of like a verbal rundown explaining what it is that we do. And then from there, I can share my screen, show you some examples, and we can go from there.
Yeah, for sure. It's good that you say that because my whole thing, my website is actually and like that's it's a kind of a double meaning, but it's that I'm actually invested in the client. So my whole thing is I actually used to be a paramedic back in the day. So it's like I'm just the type where it's like I do actually care about the client.
Hmm.
because it also makes sense for me to care about the client, but I just naturally, like, I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be like a bad person. So if somebody's like, hey, I'd like to go see like this cheaper spot, or, oh, him and Hein, to me, it's just like, hey, I'm just here as a guide. Like, I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm here to guide you along and find the right thing for you. Because at the end of the day, when you're happy, what are you going to do? You're going to, hey, I got a buddy, go over see Steve. Like, he's the best. He helped me out. Right. And I've helped clients, like, especially in the rental game. This guy sent me like 8 referrals, because it's just like, and then they send me referrals, because I'm not the type of agent that's sitting there and being like, I just want commission, and trying to screw clients over, because I know that like later on in life they're going to come back to me. But also, it's just like, I'm just not that type of person. Like, and that's the one thing I hate when you're dealing with another realtor that is like that. It can be very annoying. And I also pay for a lot of things, like the listing I just had. I paid for the whole house to have a complete power washing around the windows and stuff. That's $900, right? I'm paying for high level marketing. Like, I'm paying for, like, if you go check out the latest listing I had, just to see, like, my stuff looks nice, right? Like, got a drone video. Like, I'm not taking an angled photo with me in the mirror on a phone and being like, like, I'm trying to do it professional and
Yeah.
proper and be a good person. So it's like, that's my angle. So that aligns nicely, I guess.
How do you feel?
I feel like, I would say I feel excited with a temper of, how much is this going to cost me? Because I don't want to get too excited, but I do feel, at the end of the day, I have to ramp up. I have to make more money for my family, and I have to, basically, it looks like this, man. Like, I'm almost 40 years old now, and I've gotten myself to a good point in life. I do have money behind me. I've made some good decisions. I've, made some bad decisions, but we live in a really nice townhome. My family's doing well. I'm not going to be homeless. We reached to a good point. And sometimes you find yourself, you're in a comfort zone. The comfort zone I'm in right now, 5 years ago, would have been incredible. And I would have been like, oh my God. But now I'm used to it. So I've reached a level. I'm comfortable. It's like, I can tell in my life, it's like, okay, now it's time for me to push out of this comfort zone, time to go to the next level. And that's just what I've always done. So it's kind of like, okay, it's, we've been comfortable for long enough. It's time to shoot up to the next spot. That's kind of how I'm feeling. So, like, if I can align myself with you, who already is setting up all this stuff, and then I can get in front of someone who wants to be working with someone who's a good guy. I'm a good guy. I know the area. It's like, it could be a really good fit, you know?
Right. Right. No, I really like what you're saying there about the comfort and discomfort, because I'm very much the same way. There's discomfort in growth, right? We've all
Yeah.
heard that a whole bunch of times. So I guess if the numbers, the finances are all good on your end, do you think we're good to get going?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, here's what I'll say. I'm willing to give it a shot for sure. Because I mean, I just gave it a shot with this other company, and it didn't work out. At the end of the day, like, if you got to give stuff a shot, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But, like, you know, it seems like it could be good. It could be a good little partnership here, and just see what happens, and go from there. And I mean, if it really starts working, and I start booking phone calls, and I'm going over and checking out listings that I actually live close to, and I could, like, walk over to it, like, that'd be amazing to me. So yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. So the investment, it's all pretty straightforward, pretty simple. So there are two parts to the investment, and then there's a guarantee. So first off, there's the ad budget.
Okay, cool. So is that it up front, or can I pay you like in a month, or how does that work?
So we normally do it up front. Um, is is there a reason that you ask?
Just curious. just curious.
Yeah, exactly. You got it all right.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that sounds good to me, man. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Like, like I said, it's, you know, I got the kid and I got another one. So there's a big inferno underneath me right now. So let's get going. And do you have room for the kind of Cabbagetown Riverdale area for me to be the expert?
Yes, yes, yes. Usually what we do from here, I just dropped you a link in the Zoom chat. Did you get that there?
Yes, I have it right now. Yeah.
Cool. So while you're filling that out, I'm going to pull up the launch call calendar and we'll get you in for, like I said, a 30-minute Zoom. That way we can link up with your ad account and get all the information needed.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'm just going through the Stripe stuff. Okay. Smart move. Welcome aboard.
We're good on my end as well. So we'll get you in for a launch call. We'll book you in on the calendar.